Welcome to the Grow Your Business and Grow Your Wealth podcast with Gary Helt. Gary is an expert in helping business owners put together a plan that will provide a better future for their businesses, themselves, and their families. On the podcast, Gary interviews other professionals who share his vision, and together they share secrets and strategies any business owner can use to build a better financial foundation for your business and your life.
Hey, welcome back to the podcast. This week, my guest is Marco Torres, and he is the founder and CEO of Marketing Boost. Welcome, Marco.
Hey, thanks for having me, Gary. Looking forward to it.
Definitely. So, Marco, tell me your journey behind, creating Market Boost and what inspired you to start the business.
Yeah, great story. I'll go back a little further and talk about failure to success. I understand you got a lot of entrepreneurs out there, and that journey can be very lonely and very can go up and down. And so I'll give you an inspirational story. 2008, 2009, I was in the corporate world, and up until 2008 anyway. Was generating at that point for one company I worked with over $200 million a year in online transactions. Of course, back then most of it was done over the phone. There was no, people didn't like to buy online in those days. They wanted to talk to somebody and then get their questions answered. Today, of course, nobody does that. They want to read reviews and buy and never want to talk to somebody.
Right.
But in the early days, I've been an internet marketer since 1996. And back then it was all about generating an inbound phone call. Anyway, so I had built up a huge team in the corporate world, and 2008 came around, the crash, and I had to let go of all 2,000 telemarketers, and then I got let go, and then and I figured, I'll bounce back, I'll land somewhere vertically, no problem, but that didn't happen for a couple of years, and then before you know it, I jokingly now laugh and say I had some of my best sales years ever. I had to sell my house and my cars and my boat and my motorcycle and my furniture and my jewelry.
Right.
It started to get real bad. Anyway, I bounced back eventually and got leveraged relationships and got back in business with some people I had done business with before. And we launched a travel company that was my expertise. I've been in the travel space since 1993. Anyway, we were blowing up a travel company very successfully back about 2011, 12, 13, 14. And then we wanted video reviews. Gary, you asked me about, how we got there or hear a success story. We wanted video reviews, and we couldn't get hardly anybody to ever give us a video testimonial. And we thought, man, if we only we're selling travel. We had a big travel website selling luxury resorts around the world. And we thought if we only had video testimonials, man, we'd be able to publish those all over the website, our YouTube page, our Facebook. We'd generate thousands of more sales, but couldn't get anybody to do it. So I know I'm hogging the microphone, but can I continue to tell this story, Gary?
Yep, tell it.
Great. So we came up with an idea and this idea, anybody in business out there can emulate immediately. And that was, we decided to implement a survey to our clients when we felt they were at their peak of happiness versus just asking everybody for a review. So we would send an email, text message, survey the day after they checked into the hotel, which was likely when they were at their peak of happiness with the hotel, their vacation. So we'd send them an email saying, hey, how's the hotel living up to your expectations? How has our service been so far? Can you give us a star rating from 1 to 5? If they gave us a 1, 2, or 3, great. We had a chance to let them vent with us, and we had a chance to try to fix it, jump on it, see if there's anything we could do, or at least take their recommendations, maybe take that hotel off the list or whatever for the future. On the other hand, if they were thrilled, if they gave us a 4 or 5, those were the ones we were requesting that they give us a review. But then we came up with an idea to add, if you'll do that video testimonial we want, if you'll take that extra step and go the extra mile and film a selfie video at the beach, the pool, the bar, brag about the hotel, brag about us, we'll bonus you with an additional 3-night vacation in Orlando or Las Vegas. Well, that took off like a charm. Before we knew it, we had dozens and then hundreds of these video reviews coming in. Of course, we had to turn the campaign off because it was expensive. How are we going to fulfill, give away all these hotel rooms we promised? And that's how Marketing Boost was eventually born, because we went back to our hotel partners, Gary, and we said, you know what, you guys, let's be honest. Your hotels are never full year round. I mean, you're sold out for special events, peak season, holidays, but the majority of the year, you've got 30, 40, 50% of your rooms sitting empty. If you'll give us access to that empty inventory, we can put warm bodies in these rooms, couples, families, individuals, in a private community where they won't be published on the internet that they gave it to them, that we're giving them away.
Right.
And these clients are likely going to spend money at the restaurant, the bar, the casino, the gift shop, the excursion desk. They'll book extra nights. Maybe they'll tell their friends, post pictures on Facebook. So they're going to get some revenue versus none. So we got a few to participate in Orlando and Vegas. And now we could go back to giving away those free trips for our own video reviews. By the way, that website today has over 30,000 video testimonials from happy travelers, more than any other travel website in the world. But then we thought, can you imagine if we had more hotels all over the world participating in this idea? We'd have another standalone business. Mm-hmm. And that's what eventually became Marketing Boost, where we provide business owners with a low-cost subscription the ability to have a wow, surprise, and delight factor where they can give away our travel incentives, hotel savings cards, and restaurant savings vouchers. They can give these to their clients to enhance whatever their call to action is. They can create perks and rewards, bonuses, and reward their clients or engage them with scarcity and urgency, buy my product and get this bonus offer, adding value instead of discounting. So that's what became Marketing Boost. And it took me from essentially being homeless in 2009, living out of a motel in Miami, to being back way above where I was back in 2008. We serve thousands of entrepreneurs around the world with these incentives. And it's really cool to be able to support entrepreneurs and help them grow.
So can you talk about this program a little bit? So, I come to you and I say, hey, I need some help. I heard through a friend or whatever about these giveaway programs that you have and stuff like that. So how does it work?
Well, for starters, it's super easy and affordable. It's a $37 a month subscription. And that gives you, Gary, or any business owner who joins, the ability to have access to an unlimited amount of our 3 categories of incentives that you can manually send to your clients via email, text, or print and deliver, like at a trade show or what have you. Or you can set up automation, which we have as additional services where you can set up, a CRM system and automate the delivery of the incentives, which most of our clients are sending them digitally via email and text message. Or you can manually log into the platform and, again, put in their name, phone number, email, and send somebody an incentive for taking whatever your call to action was, Gary. For example, on your podcast, or maybe you do live webinars, you could say, hey, join us on Tuesday for our live webinar. We're going live with a podcast. And on the show, we're going to give away 2 trips to Cancun, Mexico, 5 nights in Cancun on us, to somebody who's live on the call. Stay till the end, where we're going to be, raffling or giving them away or what have you. So you can create, reasons to engage, to join your Facebook group, etc. Then, of course, we do have training. We have our own podcast where we are interviewing people who used our incentives. We're also interview all kinds of business owners and providing training and content to grow your business, similar to what you do, Gary. But we also have specific training. We provide all kinds of video content training. We also have all of the creatives and graphics and video about the incentives that you can use and put your own logos in, et cetera, to brand the incentives that you're giving away. So we kind of try to create an easy system on how to create scarcity and urgency, and adding value to whatever your call to action is, to get these incentives to work for you.
So give me one of your success stories of somebody that you've helped with this process.
Sure, I can think of a few. Let's say I got one guy that comes to mind. He generated almost $500,000 in 4 days because he had a subscription service at $97 a month to access his team's tips on when to buy and sell stocks and trade cryptocurrencies and all kinds of things. And they were paying him 97 a month, and he found Marketing Boost, and he came up with a strategy to offer his members, if they upgraded and paid for 12 months in advance, and he called them some kind of special diamond club or what have you. If they joined his special club, paid for 12 months in advance, he created his own incentive. For example, you got the 13th month free. And then he said, you also get, if you pay for 12 months in advance, you get a choice of 5 nights in Cancun or 5 nights in Hawaii. On us. By the way, they don't include airfare, they don't include food and beverage, and they don't include government taxes and fees. So that's the three disclaimers you got to give. So he told his community, hey, you pay for 12 months in advance, that's $1,200. You get 5 nights in Cancun or Hawaii. They don't include airfare, food and beverage, government taxes and fees. And you also, get the 13th month free and whatever other perks he came up with. Well, he also said, if you pay for 6 months in advance, you get 3 nights in Las Vegas or San Diego, and you get yada, yada. Well, he had about 350 step up and pay for the year in advance, another 100 and change pay for 6 months in advance. And so he generated nearly $500,000 in 4 days. And now that became an ongoing process for him to offer people who were paying him monthly a reason to upgrade and pay for 12 months in advance. So that's one example. Another one comes to mind. He was a windshield and repair replacement firm, for your automobiles. Sure. And they're in a very competitive market where in the states that they operate, the insurance companies have to typically pay for a broken windshield or cracked windshield. So the client pays nothing. So the competition ends up offering cash rebates. Hey, choose our firm and we'll give you $200 cash back or what have you. So they were offering cash back to generate clients. And what they did was they found Marketing Boost. They trained their installers that once they installed the windshield, they went to the car owner and said, hey, we can give you the cash back, $200 we promised you. Or we can replace that with a better offer. We can give you, your choice of 5 nights or 7 nights in Phuket, Thailand, or 5 nights in Dubai, or you can get 5 nights in Cancun, one of our favorites. And if you do, there's a $1,500 value on the vacation. So we'll keep the $200 check and give you 5 nights in Cancun, or would you prefer your check for $200? So these people would accept and then they would commission the installers if they would talk them out of the cash and instead give them the incentive. Well, they put over $1 million and kept over $1 million in their pocket in the first year by, instead of handing people checks for 200, they were handing them our vacation certificates. So there's all kinds of creative ways to skin the cat here. The easiest way that most of our members are seeing mega impact is to use these incentives to get the appointment. A lot of us need to get in the door to make, to get, both husband and wife available for solar companies. So they got telemarketers booking and solar install appointments. And they're like, hey, if you and your wife will keep the appointment for 2:00 on Tuesday, and if you're both be available, we're going to reward you with a $300 hotel savings card, good at over 1 million hotels worldwide, just for attending the solar quote presentation. Whether you get it, order the install or not, you get the $300 hotel savings card. And then, of course, the installer could come in and say, by the way, if you do get it installed and order this today, I've got a few of these left, creating scarcity and urgency. I can throw in 5 nights in Puerto Vallarta or Mazatlan, Mexico as our gift to you if you go ahead and order the installation of our solar system, or the installation of our water softener, or the installation of our, what have you. They can be used for just getting people on your Zoom call. There's hundreds of our members use these. They're like, hey, book a no obligation Zoom call and we'll give you a $100 restaurant savings voucher. Whether we do business together or not, we want to reward you with we think your time is valuable. We think ours is as well. So if you book the appointment, and more importantly, if you show up on time for the appointment, we're going to reward you with a $100 restaurant savings voucher, good in your zip code, or even when you travel. So now they're killing two birds with one stone. They're getting more appointments booked, and they're eliminating no-shows. So it's, even for your podcast, Gary, I'll bet you've had people booked on your show who forgot and didn't show up. So
I've had a couple. I've had a couple.
It happens even more on sales calls, when people,
right. Oh yes, definitely.
They booked a sales call and they're like, I got something, whatever. It just slipped their mind. So all your reminder messages to show up on your sales call could be saying, hey, don't forget, show up on time tomorrow at 2 p.m. and we're going to reward you with $100 restaurant savings vouchers so your next dining out is going to save you money on us, and so on.
What are some of the common mistakes that you're seeing the business owners make with this type of incentive marketing?
The biggest mistake people make using them is they don't, they give them away without the client earning it. So if you make it seem too easy, like, hey, who wants a free vacation? I got 10 vacations I'm giving away this week or what have you, without a cause. Or I had one client the other day talk about how she wanted to reward all of her past clients and just, sent all her, hey, all my because you're a client, I'm giving you a free vacation. Pick which one you want from one of 130 destinations. Well, the client didn't earn it. Now it sounds too good to be true. And it sounds, it must be a scam, must be a timeshare thing or whatever. And so, and by the way, there's no timeshare presentations or anything like that ever required with any of our incentives.
Good.
But the point being is, if you make the client earn it by, for example, they had to buy product B to go with product A to earn the incentive. They had to attend a webinar. They had to refer you 10 clients. If they did something to earn it, not only will they then receive it with enthusiasm, they'll activate it and use it. If you just give them away like candy, and you can do that with our membership, you get unlimited use of them. So you could give them to everybody in your email newsletter list for the heck of it. But then nobody's going to use them because there is no value to that. And you just cheapened the value of the incentive. No scarcity or urgency was created. Nobody uses it. And then they come back and go, these things don't work. And, we have a lot of members that, because it's only $37 a month, they're 3 or 4 months later, they're canceling because they never bothered to, study what we teach.
Implement it,
and implement it properly. And again, even if you use them occasionally, here's another example, Gary, how they can be used, especially for the price we charge. I mean, it's so affordable that they can even only sprinkle them in occasionally, even to solve a customer service problem, Gary. Like I've seen members do, when somebody writes a negative review, I mean, if you're doing a lot of business volume, what do we all need? We all need social proof, and we all need more reviews on an ongoing basis. But if you're doing a lot of volume, it's likely sooner or later somebody's going to get upset. Something didn't go right. One of your team members dropped the ball or what have you, and they wrote a negative review. Now it's going to live there forever. Well, you could use it. You could contact the client and go, we really want to beg you to let us hit the reset button. We want to fix the problem. We want to, get on our, do it over. We want to send you a new product, whatever. And on top of that, just for your grief that we've given you, we want to give you a complimentary hotel stay, 3 nights in Las Vegas on us. Doesn't include airfare, food and beverage, or government taxes, but we have your hotel accommodations on us. So if we fixed everything for you, we reset button, and I give you a complimentary hotel stay, would you consider taking down that review, or at least updating it if we do fix everything? Now you're using the gift as a way to earn that client back and fix the problem. The review comes down or gets updated positively. And now, instead of an upset client, you created an evangelist for your brand. And the reward, the bonus, the perk, was just something you used. Again, even if it's just to fix customer service issues occasionally, bam, it's worth your annual investment with marketing.
What, how do you help your members understand their ROI with this? Because I see a lot of, in my head, I'm just automatically thinking I got a lot of different, things that I think that I could, use this for and stuff like that. But how do you, show the client? Because I mean, I think it's, same thing like you said, if you give it to everybody, then they don't see the reward in it, or they haven't earned it. Because, if you give something away for free, you get what you pay for type thing. So how do you help them understand really what their ROI is, and help them, because again, I'm a numbers guy. So how do you help them, see what their ROI is?
Well, it's really pretty simple. Since the investment in Marketing Boost is $37 a month, and if you pay for our annual plan, it's 347. So about $1.19 a day. So at $1 a day, you have an unlimited amount of restaurant certificates that you can give away, hotel savings cards that come in different increments of $1, $2, $3, or $500. And the restaurant certificates come in increments of 25, 50, 100, or 200, and the complimentary hotel stays. So I recommend that business owners use the micro incentives for micro calls to action. So for example, lead generation. Most every business needs more leads.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next step is you need to have a way to convert those leads into paying clients. But leads is difficult, right? Let's take a look at any brick and mortar business. I'm amazed at how many businesses I walk in, brick and mortar, that have no way, they make no attempt even to solicit the people who walk in and out of their business, to solicit their name, phone number, and email. They do nothing to acquire the contact information. Even if I buy products and swipe my credit card, they don't know who I am. Visa does, but they don't get my contact information to invite me back. On the other hand, with Marketing Boost, they could create a rewards platform. They could create a perks system. They could have a one-time sweepstakes entry at the countertop signage, tabletops in the restaurants, and what have you, and say, hey, register to win 7 nights in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and also get updates on our special events, our happy hour, our
Right.
and now you've got. So to your ROI, I mean, if you imagine if now you're finding ways to generate more leads from your website traffic, from you want people to download your PDF, you create a lead magnet of some sort. Well, you're asking people, download my PDF, watch my video, watch my webinar, and you ask for name, phone number, email. Well, people are trigger shy to give you their real name, phone number, email. They don't want a lot of spam. But if you add an extra perk,
Right.
now you're gonna increase the take rate to download your PDF, to watch your video training, to sign up for your newsletter, whatever it might be. And you're giving a micro incentive, like, hey, download the PDF and we'll give you a $25 restaurant savings voucher, good in your backyard, your zip code. And you're like, well, what the heck? $25 on my next dinner out? That's a good deal. And so you now have a better reason to give name, phone number, email. If you're building more leads as an entrepreneur, is that not going to be a value to your ROI? Is that not worth $1.19 a day? And I know it absolutely can be, if implemented with some strategy. And test. Not everything's going to work, right? So you test this, you test that, and then until you find, wow, this is working with this lead magnet now. Boom, let's have at it.
Yeah, I mean, because I could see this working too, because many people want, the Google reviews and stuff like that. I mean, you can usually, use this as an incentive to get people to leave reviews for you also.
Absolutely.
So I think there's definitely a lot of things that people could use this for that would certainly help their business. What are some of the future plans that you see for Marketing Boost?
Well, we've been a global company now for a while, but we're still only serve in English. So our website is in English. Our incentive delivery is in English. The certificates themselves are in English. Our customer support is in English. So our goal is, it's easy to translate the website and translate. And with AI, we can translate the website, which we got ready to go. We can translate our bot support, our chat support in multiple languages. But that's really the key. We're trying to make sure we can provide the customer support in multiple languages, and that's our future goal is to one, go serve multiple languages around the globe. The other thing we're looking to do is to add a couple of additional categories of incentives. The next one coming on board, hopefully, is we've already negotiated. It's coming very soon. Will be home improvement or home products category of incentives. So instead of hotel savings cards, it'll be home savings cards. So everything from furniture to kitchenware to you know uh, carpet. I mean, about 1 million different products that will be able to provide a real cash credit savings compared to even the Costco's or Sam's of the world. So, and other retailers, of course. So that'll give the ability to a business owner, Gary, to say, hey, I've got an additional incentive to play with these occasionally and
Sure.
mix them up. So, 1 month you're running a promo. Hey, we're giving away $250 home savings cards, anything, whatever you need from furniture to kitchenware, $250 savings card. And then the next month you do the following, we got a restaurant savings card and so on. So
yeah. I think, like I said, I can see all kinds of different things that this would be good for. Like I said, getting reviews, getting leads from your existing clients. If you do trade shows, having sign up here, type thing, and there you have that. So really that customer engagement, this could really develop that a lot. What advice would you have for small business owners that have never been into this in this arena and used leverage marketing? What advice do you have for them to kind of start getting into this?
if they've never used incentives before?
Yes.
Well, first of all, the biggest one thing that comes to most people's minds when they're trying to think of incentives or adding incentives to their business, they're kind of like, sounds gimmicky. And, how would travel incentives work for my business? I mean, obviously, if I'm a travel agent, they work. And by the way, they
Right.
work incredibly well for anybody in the travel space. Because then it's like, hey, book a cruise and I'll give you a bonus land stay free. So, they work incredibly well for anybody in the travel space. Outside of the travel space, they obviously work as well. And here's why. But even before I do that, let me remind everybody that how incentives are so effective for the big guys. Amazon, Jeff Bezos blew up since 2005 when he launched Amazon Prime. And what was the incentive for Amazon Prime? You paid $79 a year back in 2005 to get Amazon Prime. The incentive was free shipping.
Right.
Today it's $99 a year, I believe. And now you also get all the video and content that he provides. But most of us don't buy Amazon Prime to get video streaming. We buy Amazon Prime because we want what? Free shipping and
Right.
same day shipping and what have you. Back then it was 2 days. Now it's same day.
Yeah.
Same day delivery in some cases. But anyway, the incentive was free shipping. So whether you use Marketing Boost or your own, creating incentives of some kind that to add value to your value stack is always a great idea. Another example, McDonald's. McDonald's is for decades now has the Happy Meal.
Mhm.
It's a way they help take parents with children to choose McDonald's over other fast food outlets.
Yep.
We take our eye off of the price and we focus on the prize, where they bundle the snack, the burger, the toy,
Right.
and the key thing is the toy, the seasonal Disney movie toy or what have you. And that's generated for them about $4 billion a year for decades of clients that coming in choosing because they're coming for the Happy Meal.
Right.
So as a business owner, what is your adult Happy Meal? What are you doing to offer something that kind of helps you stand out
Sure.
from the crowd and gets people to get off the fence and take action with you?
Right. No, that's a great thing. I think that the listeners that are going to get something out of this, and I think that they need to really think about this and reach out to you guys. We covered a lot of stuff here quickly. You got my juices flowing and my brain thinking here. What have I not asked you wish I had?
That's a good question. I guess, do I have a special offer for your audience?
There you go. That's even better. Yes. What do you have for our listeners, Marco?
Yeah. So Gary, for you guys, if you'll go, you can go straight to marketingboost.com, but if you go to marketingboostsolutions.com first, go to Marketing Boost Solutions, and then there's a link there on the left there to see you get multiple products that I offer with Marketing Boost Solutions. So in addition to Marketing Boost, we do have other upgrade software tools and I, to help you grow your business and scale it up over and above just the incentives. But if you go from the Marketing Boost Solutions page, click over to Marketing Boost, you can get a freemium version of Marketing Boost, our top 10 destinations you can be giving away, and sign up with no credit card required. So zero risk to give yourself one of our incentives and try it out and maybe start implementing some of them. Now that it doesn't include all of the training, and it doesn't include all the hotel savings cards and the restaurant savings vouchers, but it does give you a little bit of a taste of what we offer. No credit card required, free version via Marketing Boost Solutions. But, if you're serious about your business, step up at least the monthly plan, and that gives you everything for $37 a month.
Great. So you kind of, already told them that if they want to reach out to you because they like what they hear and stuff like that, go to marketingboostsolutions.com and reach out to you there. You said you had your own podcast. Where can they find your podcast at?
There's also a link to that on the marketingboostsolutions.com page. It is called the Marketing Boost Solutions Show. So you can search that. We're on YouTube, we're on Rumble, we're on all of the podcast outlets. And you can also join our Facebook group. That's free as well. It's the Marketing Boost official Facebook group. And there's over 30,000 entrepreneurs in there where we kind of that's one way where we're nurturing, sharing all of these ideas and coaching members on how to use incentives and how to grow their business with and without incentives.
Perfect. All right, Marco, I appreciate your time today. I think what you had to say was, at least for me, I definitely got some good ideas, that I'm thinking about at this point. So, I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Gary. It's a pleasure.
Yes, thank you. All right, this week our guest was Marco Torres, and he is the founder and CEO of marketingboost.com. I will see you guys next week.
49 faces looked to him in triumph. Over the last 12 months, they had each taken turns and promoted his business for a week at a time, driving over $987,342 in revenue. What if you had a network of 50 centers of influence who promoted your business every week for a year? Grab your copy of the #1 Amazon best-selling book, The Ultimate Guide to Growing Your Business with a Podcast, at 33% off the Amazon price by going to ultimatepodcastbook.com. Again, that website for 33% off the Amazon price is ultimatepodcastbook.com.